Welcome to Inside the AI. Today we're going to be talking through how to automate your social media posts. So we're in N8N, and this is going to retrieve an RSS feed and information from an RSS website. It's going to ensure that that information was posted in the last 24 hours. It will split the data so that we can make sure that it only has the relevant data that gets pushed to an AI agent to write up the post. We'll get a realistic image so that people don't know that this is an AI writing for you. Because when you have these AI images, a lot of people can tell. We'll come down here and it'll go into a Google Sheet so we can track what's being created so we don't replicate our post. And then we'll add an if so that they can get routed to the right location. So the first thing we want to do is I'm going to provide you this link in the description below of where you can retrieve some RSS feeds. So basically what I do is I do a control find and I find a keyword that I'm looking for. So it may be trending ideas. It could be robotics. I'm into AI. So that's basically, it could be automation. So you just put that keyword and then you can filter through what RSS feeds you want to use. So we'll just use this one. I don't know what it is. Let's do latest trends. All we can do is copy this. And when we go back into the RSS feed, when we go back into N8N, we have the RSS feed here. The way you get this is you hit this plus sign and then you hit RSS and you'll see there's two of them, but get the one that says trigger. So this is going to be the one that will trigger whenever there's a new event or there's how you set that trigger up. The trigger is the time that you set up for this to happen. So it could be on a chat, it could be on your demand, it could be time-based. So this is very dependent on you. You want to open this up and you're going to copy the URL right here. Very simple. Once that's in there, you can fetch the data. And now we have all this information from that website. It just pulled it all in. We'll go to the next one. So if this was not posted in the last 24 hours, it will not retrieve that information. So essentially we have the publication date, which is right here. You would pull this over and drop it in here. And then you write this in. So you don't have to write anything. This is going to be in my school community. So you can just go over there, get the JSON and simply import this whole file and just add your connections and it will be ready for you to go. So then this is going to ensure this was posted in the last 24 hours. So you hit test. It's going to pull it through and make sure it's actually working. So this information went through, and if it's false, it's not going to put out an output. If it's true, it's not putting out an output. If it's false, it's putting out the output. What this is that information went through, it verified it. It said it was posted in the last 24 hours. I know it sounds weird because we're saying false, but what we did was we made this expression say, if it contains a new post within the last 24 hours, then it will work. So it's kind of a weird. So this branch allows you to go one of two ways. You could have taken this somewhere else and did a different thing with this. So you could have routed this to another post, or you could have done something different with this. But since we have it false, it goes to our splitter. And so here we're going to split the data and we're going to only take the relevant information from here. So we're not so we're not using the AI to read the creator or any of this information. So then we would hit test. And this is going to pull the title, the content. And what we did was we left the creator out. We didn't provide the link, publication date. They didn't need the AI doesn't need any of this. So what we want to do is give it what the information it needs so it's not diverting and making any mistakes. The next thing is we have an AI assistant. Now this is actually pretty creative. What we did was we created an AI assistant. And I think this is very useful if you're going to scale this. And what we did was, I'll show you right here, we have an AI assistant made for you. And what we did was I have one for Facebook. I have an email assistant. I have a Twitter assistant, LinkedIn, and these all have their own tailored responses. So then I don't have to continuously make the AI agents. I have this one made and it will work for every post. So it doesn't matter. So if I have a new customer that comes in, they have the same language. This will meet the brand of the social media platform. Again, you don't need to copy this. I will provide this in a document that you can download on my school community. So I'm going to provide each of these as a document, but basically you want to go over the context, give it some instructions, and then give it some narrowing so it actually has brand voice and it doesn't go off on tangents. I'm going to cancel this, but each one has their own tailored version. So this is the same way, context, you have hooks, and it gives you all the information in one location. So this will be in a Word document in my school community. So basically, if we test this step, it should pull that information through. All right, so it's written our post, and now we need it to grab an image. What's going to happen with this is we tied our API key to SERP API. And so essentially we have an account already made, but in SERP API, this allows you to search Google Images. So what this is going to do, it's going to pull in Google Images rather than creating one from AI. SERP AI gives you 100 images, so you're not going to run out of limits as long as you're not going extremely crazy with it. And it's going to pull in images like this rather than creating it. So it's actually very useful so that people are believing your content, that you're creating it. So we'll run this and it's going to search this, the topic, and provide us an image that aligns with what our topic is. Once we do that, it's going to go to our Google Sheet and update it. So let me open this up and show you what I did. I created this document to track the Google Sheets. It has the URL, the summary of the article, the AI research, where did it research it, the platform it's getting posted on, post, if it got posted or not, the image that was provided, and the URL. And so if we run this, I'll explain what's happening as this is running. This information that we've put through is going through here, and we're simply taking from each of the different locations and pulling it in. So the URL of the entire website, of the post, is going to come from if you can do it from here, the link. But what I did is I grabbed it from the RSS feed and I grabbed it from the link and put it here. I put in Facebook. So it's getting, it's going to get put to Facebook. The OpenAI response. So basically, did it get posted? I'm asking the OpenAI if it got posted or not. And then the image, I've got this image. I dragged that from the schema of the image, the HTTP request from the image of the metadata. That goes in here, and then the URL where it came from. All right. So now that we have that done, it's pulled in an image. Now we're going to tell it which route to go through. So now we run it through this. It got sent. So each one went to their own respective locations. And now, like I mentioned, with this Twitter post and these assistants, I have a couple: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, an email one. But once you have this made one time, if you have another Facebook page, you could use the same one. But what we're going to do is we're going to open this up, and all you would have to do is first you want to open up OpenAI, and you want to ensure that you're grabbing the message and assistant. So it would be this fourth one from the top, and you would click this and a new one would come in. However, we don't want this new one to come in. So this is the new one. We don't want this one, but it would come in, and basically what you would do is you would select it. All this would be filled out, and you would select which assistant you want. So as I showed you, I had those other assistants. I have the email assistant, the Twitter assistant, the LinkedIn post. And because these are already prompt, all I have to do is click it and it will use that prompt from them. And now if I run these, it's going to create the post tailored to Facebook. And the next one is going to create this post tailored to the LinkedIn audience. And the next one is going to create the post tailored to the X audience. So now this is going to allow you to make sure your language when you're posting is going to be representative of the the tools that are being out there, because you don't want a LinkedIn post sounding like a Facebook post. LinkedIn is more for professionals. Facebook, it's more for collaboration. You want it to represent who's going through. So let's pull this up. So this got posted. It didn't go to Facebook because I don't have it connected. But since I ran this one away, what I'll do is I'll run each one and show you what they look like. But you run these the same. So I pulled in the article from here. Excuse me. So I pulled in the article from the AI. So you have here, I pulled in this article right here. I just dropped this here and explained to the AI it's an article. And then I gave the picture. So I opened this up. I pulled the picture in and dropped it here so it sees the image and understands what it's talking about. And then this is what is provided. So is AI the future? And it has, these ends are enters. So it's kind of giving you some space. And then it gives you all this information of the AI, or excuse me, of the post. So this is how it would look in real time. And so then the same thing goes for this one. So if we open this back up, let's test this out one time. And so here's your post. You have emojis, you have the whole sentence, you have the hashtags and to promote your post. Let's see how the Twitter one would look. All right, so this is even shorter. So it's AI agents transforming markets. So look how this looks. You have emojis at each at the end of each sentence. It has the image there for you, and then you retweet. It's calling people to do that for you. So it's actually pretty good. So yeah, that's a quick video on this process to automate your social media page. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel. I'm going to send this in my schools community. So you don't need to copy anything in that schools community. You have this JSON, so you can import that. So the way you would import that is you'd go up here to the right, click these three dots, import file, and then you'd see a JSON. So here's a couple of the JSONs that I downloaded earlier so that I can put into the school community. And so then this whole thing would just come up into your environment and then just connect all your credentials. Again, you don't need to, what I will put in the schools community is this JSON, a Word document for all the prompts that I have in my assistant, in my AI assistant, so that you could just copy and paste those into yours. And then I'm going to provide the links to each one of these sites at the top. And I'll also put this tracker for you. So I appreciate it. If you like this video, go ahead and like and subscribe. Thank you.